on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So now in the last video you saw us pick up the Legacy from Denver, bring it back home. We finally have a beautiful day out and we're going to tear into the car to see what the issue is. Now we're almost 100% positive the turbo is blown, so we're getting ready to take the car apart, put it up on jack stands, and see what the issue is. So we pulled the heat shield off, and you guys won't be able to see it right now, but there is, oh here you might be able to see, there is a little bit of oil on the outside of the turbo, so we're not sure where that's coming from, but we're gonna take the turbo off and see what we can find. One of the bolts snapped, so we'll have to fix that, but other than that, yeah, it's going good so far.
Heat shield bolt into the downpipe.
The turbo is really easy to get to on this though, so.
Yeah, I didn't realize how, it's just like right there.
Good old Subarus. The car all jacked up, tires are off. I don't know if you guys can tell, but there's a ton of surface rust, but we're hoping that just burns off the more we drive it, but as you guys know, we haven't driven it yet. So the car's all jacked up in the air. We've got the tires over there. We're gonna go ahead and Plasti dip those either today or next weekend, but there's this one bolt on the turbo that neither Dale or I can get off.
So we're having a little argument.
So we might have to drill it, but we're hoping we can just snap it.
If it snaps, I just get a new one.
So we're hoping it snaps, and then we don't have to saw off the bolt.
There's no gasket left here.
Oh wow, just
completely
melted
out.
But we gotta pull this next section of heat shield because the bolts come through from the front. So to get that bolt, we gotta get this, I think, off. No, because that's welded on. We might need to separate it here. Well, I think, that light's over there. Yeah, these nuts are like rusted on. That's what, this is supposed to be a nut. And it's because this heat shield is actually welded to the downpipe. So I can't take this off. I think this is supposed to be a nut, but yeah, there's so much rust on the bottom on these bolts that there's no nut left. So I think we're gonna have to pull the exhaust here, and those are gonna snap.
So pull it there and then drop it just as like one piece, and don't even try and take it off right there?
Yeah, and just drop from here to the turbo.
Oh, okay.
And we're gonna have to unplug this O2 sensor wherever it goes to.
Oh, okay.
I think these are gonna snap on me too.
Oh, look at all that shit.
Yeah. Rust Nation.
Oh, it hasn't snapped yet.
Not yet.
What a time to be alive. Well, that's surprising that it's not snapped.
Right?
Holy heck.
I thought it would have broken by now.
Dude, Dale and I have been fighting this one little bolt for like almost an hour since we started. So now that was the last bolt on the downpipe. Now as soon as we get this out, the downpipe should come right off, and then we can start pulling the turbo off and actually seeing what's going on with the turbo itself. Can you guys hear this? So we got the downpipe off. Dude, that's insane.
Yeah, if you can.
I don't know if you guys can see this. We're gonna try and show you.
There we go. Yeah, it's literally laying there. It's broken off. I just can't. It's too big to
Look at
come
that,
through there.
dude. That's nuts.
So, yeah.
Wow. Well, that is
it's actually snapped off.
that is a snapped turbo. That is 110% the issue we have been having. So that's that noise we were hearing. That rock sounded like rocks were just spinning in the engine. Well, that's what that was.
The side coming out of the engine was probably spinning, and where the shaft is broken, it was probably just smacking that thing around. So the exhaust side of the turbo was just sitting there, just flopping.
Dude, that is wicked.
Yeah.
Well, I'm so glad we found that that was like probably the issue.
Yeah.
Well, all right.
That was your bag of rocks noise.
Blown turbo. Sweet. So it's a couple hours later and we finally got the turbo out and it's completely obliterated. Look at all the metal missing from that. Dude, that's crazy.
These fins, every fin is bent over. Plus this is all snapped.
Oh my gosh.
And then the other half of it, all these fins are bent too. It's got all
and
kinds
there's
of
just so
shaft
much play, dude. That's crazy. That is one blown turbo. IHI turbo. So now we wait for the new turbo and we will put it in. And it'll be hard to tell, but I cleaned up the rims a little bit. And I think Grace and I are gonna Plasti dip these sometime this week. I know Plasti dip is ghetto, but it's cheap. I'm all about cheap here on the channel. Dude, that's crazy. Turbo's out. All right guys, so it's finally the next day. I'm gonna go ahead, load these tires up, take them, spray them off because there's a ton of dirt on them. So I'm gonna go power wash them, and then it's finally time to go ahead and Plasti dip the rims. Alright, so I just finished up spraying them. They're not as good as I was hoping, but I definitely got a little bit of the grime off. So I'm gonna sand like in here a little bit more when we get back home and see if that makes any difference. I tried to clean up in here the other day, as you guys probably saw, so hopefully that makes a little bit of a difference, but I think once we get some paint on, it's not really gonna matter. So yeah, they cleaned up okay, not perfect, but we're gonna go home, spray them, and see if it helps. We made it back home. Got the rim sitting on a piece of cardboard just so that when we do the Plasti dip, it doesn't get everywhere. I was gonna try and sand the rest of the dirt off, but I think I'm just gonna go ahead, shake up a can of Plasti dip, spray this one and see how it comes out. And if it's terrible, then I'll resume tomorrow. We'll go ahead when we have a little bit more sunlight, when it's a little bit warmer out, I'll go ahead and try sanding them down a little bit more and Plasti dipping the rest. But I want to get at least a coat on each of them today just to see how it looks. So with Plasti dip, you want to just do quick little spurts. I've done it twice before, so we'll see how I do. So I did the first coat on this one. It's a little bit cold out, so it is a little bit runny. I'm gonna go ahead and get a coat on each of these. I'll show you guys the finished product when I'm all done with the first coat. I'm gonna have to come out here, postpone the rest and the second coat till tomorrow, let these guys dry, and then go ahead and do the last coat on these tomorrow. But honestly, the black looks really good. These rims were really destroyed looking before, and I think they look so much better now. As you can tell, there's a little bit of run, a little bit of drip. They're gonna need multiple coats, but so far, not too bad. I'm pretty happy. I think the black, at least from a distance, is gonna look really good. So for those that haven't Plasti dipped before and wanna do this on your own vehicle, what I recommend, some people might say different, I might be totally wrong, but I like to do quick little spurts so I don't stay on the cap. I just press it once, press it twice, and so on and so forth. And it's really important with Plasti dip for the first layer to be super thick on these, because if the first layer isn't thick, then if you ever want to peel it off, it's going to be super difficult to do so. As you can tell, it's a super time-consuming process, but when it's all done, it's going to look awesome. Well, guys, it feels like it's 10 degrees outside. I am all done with the first coat on all 4 tires. So I just finished up the last one. This one took me forever, but the paint can, I bought 3, so I'm trying to use all of the paint. This one started to die on me, so it took twice as long to do the last rim, but we have all 4 with the first coat. Dang, those look good. If you guys are excited to see the finished product, we're gonna postpone because it is about 5 o'clock at night and the sun goes down so early now. Me and Grace are gonna put the second coat on tomorrow morning, and we'll go ahead and show you the final product. I'll go ahead and put them on the car. I think the black and the gray is gonna look absolutely awesome. I'm so excited to see what it looks like. So stay tuned for tomorrow. I'll catch you guys then. Alrighty, so it is the next day, and I don't know if you guys can tell, but they are all dry, and honestly, they look super good. I think they're only gonna need 2 coats, and then I'm gonna call it good. But yeah, they came out really, really nicely. Here, now that it's not all sunny, hopefully you guys can see, but yeah, they look super good. You can tell the imperfections in the middle of the rims just a little bit. I probably should have sanded them down a little bit more than I did, but I still think they look awesome. So Grace and I are gonna throw the second coat on these and see how they turn out. So we'll show you guys here in just a second when they're all finished up. So Grace had the brilliant idea to put toothpaste on the headlights. Dude, look at that, babe.
Oh my God, do you see that before and after?
That's crazy. Hold on, let me show them. I don't know if you guys can tell, but this is part we haven't done yet. And then this part, we haven't done yet. So this is the headlight that we've already done. And then this one over here is one that we haven't done. Look at how foggy that one is. That's crazy, babe. I did not think toothpaste was gonna work that well.
No one toothpaste.
Dang. Getting her all purty. That looks great, babe.
I'm honestly pretty impressed with that.
Wow. So now we just have to do right here?
Yeah, I just wanted to see right next to it.
That looks really good.
I feel like I should probably rinse it a little better than just with snow.
But I don't know if you guys saw, this one over here does have a crack in the side of it. So me being OCD, I'm gonna wanna replace that eventually because it just will annoy me. You probably won't notice that unless you're looking really closely. So we'll have to get a new left one or right, depending on where you're at. But yeah, overall it looks really good, baby.
I'm excited. I felt like that was pretty successful.
You did good.
Thanks.
All right, guys, so obviously the car is still jacked up in the air, but I did go ahead and throw the rim and tire on so you could see the black on the gray, and honestly, I think it looks so good. How do you think it looks, babe?
I think it looks so sexy.
I know, I am so
excited.
So excited to see when we drop it down so there's not like an 8-inch wheel gap. And this surface rust on the calipers should burn off after a little bit of driving, but I am super stoked. I think the gray on black looks awesome. So I finished Plasti dipping all the rims. They came out really, really well. You can only see a few imperfections on the middle like I've already showed you guys, but honestly, they came out 10 times better than we thought they were going to. And I didn't realize how good these tires were. These tires are in excellent condition and will probably last us at least next season and maybe the season after. So I'm super excited that we don't have to replace the tires on these. Grace is still restoring the headlights. How they coming, babe?
They're looking so good.
Wow, you did good on those, baby.
Baby, look at them compared to that one.
I know, that's crazy. Okay, so here's the after, and here's the before. Super foggy, not super foggy. Good job, babe, you did good.
Thanks, man.
Those actually look like 10 times better. The rims are Plasti dipped, turbo is out and off the car. My new turbo should be here today, so stay tuned on the channel. We're gonna go ahead and install the new turbo on the Legacy GT next video, so I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on the Legacy build. I still have the Focus RS, which is chilling right out there. I have huge plans for her in the future. That's gonna be my designated track car. This will be kind of our get around town, just daily driver, so stay tuned for the build on the Legacy and the RS. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time.